Namaste. This is Dr. Aparna. I am your emotional healing synergist. I am an Ayurvedic psychotherapist, a passionate infopreneur, edupreneur, medical writer, and now a budding YouTuber. Today, every week, on my pursuit to address, promote, and propagate Ayurveda and psychotherapy globally, I come up with discussions on Ayurveda, mental health, psychotherapy, and all the health related aspects. So, today's discussion is something very special to me because being a healthpreneur, knowing more about and a budding healthpreneur, knowing more about healthcare startups and being a healthpreneur has always been my aspiration. So today I am my guest today is a expert in healthcare startups, and she is an engineer. She's an master's in engineering turned healthcare entrepreneur. That's really exciting to me. And she is the CEO of Prameya Health Private Limited, founder and director at Stratist, co-founder and director at Gudi, and she's also advisor for the Iron Lady group. So let me welcome Miss Pushpalatha ma'am. Hello ma'am, namaste.
Hello, namaste. Happy
Welcome to
morning,
my
happy afternoon.
happy afternoon and welcome to my live show, and thank you for sparing some time from your busy schedule. So yeah, let's hop on to the interview now, matlab discussion now. So ma'am, I just wanted to know, I'm very enthusiastic and to know that how did you turn to healthcare? You are basically a master's in engineering, and how did you turn to healthcare?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. 2011 is when I entered healthcare. We invested in a infertility center, so fertility IVF center. So that's how I got into the operations of understanding nuances of healthcare and fertility industry as such. So it's been 12 years journey in this industry, healthcare industry. So learning, growing, and it's been a phenomenal, exciting experience. Scaling organization from scratch to a company of more than valuation 100 crore today, Dr. Aparna. So it's been a huge. So because it's been my, actually I wanted to be a doctor as a, and that was my childhood dream, and then ended up becoming an engineer for various reasons. And I think life had, wanted me to be in healthcare in one way or the other. That's how I got into a family of doctors and being in the infertility industry.
You have founded, like, that's wonderful, and your work in matlab a leader for three organizations now, almost three organizations. So tell us about all the three organizations just in brief. I know about the organizations, but I want my viewers to know about Garbhagudi, about Stratist, and about Prameya Healthcare.
Okay, yeah. So Prameya Health, basically we are into women wellness, preventive and supportive care for women wellness, and also we run flagship programs for cancer support programs called Sahai. For women wellness, we have program called Pranasaki, so which we have end-to-end support for all the category of, in starting from girl children, that is adolescence age, to the graying years, we call it as. So all the category, the growing years, graying years, changing years, all the sector of age groups we cover in Crimea. And in Garbhagudi, like the name says, we are a chain of fertility hospitals into holistic fertility treatment. And Stratist is my advisory and a consulting firm for healthcare startups and scaling, healthcare entrepreneurs, supporting them in grooming them to scale their businesses. Dr. So these are the various things I do. I'm also a program leader and an investor at Iron Lady and an advisor for Iron Lady community. Iron Lady is a number one women leadership platform today in India, and we have entrepreneurs, working professionals, and many job aspirants on the platform who are looking for women leadership skills and training programs.
Yes. And for our viewers, that's how through Iron Lady I came to know about Pushpalatha ma'am. Yeah, that is the platform which gave us strength to come online and talk. Basically, I'm talking
True.
because of that platform. So, ma'am, I want to know something more about Stratist. So, how does it help, healthpreneurs? In what ways does it help? Because we are discussing about and womenpreneurs as well. So, how does it help us?
Yeah. Basically, in Stratist, my journey of scaling organization from scratch was a huge learning experience, like I mentioned, from being an engineering, from background into healthcare, understanding, and then scaling a business. And I understood that many entrepreneurs, especially healthcare entrepreneurs, go through similar journey and they struggle and do a lot of mistakes while scaling the organization. That's how Stratus was born, to support healthcare entrepreneurs and especially women entrepreneurs to groom, and doctors to understand how they even should start the business and look at the growth, what kind of roadmap they need to look at for their organizations, what are the some of the fundamentals which entrepreneurs should not, do mistakes, or probably understand much better their business model and then take it to the next level of growth. So with all these, we made few programs called Spark, Ignite, and Empower, wherein all the startups come under the Spark program. We group them in group sessions. Ignite is where we give them one-to-one support, help them scale the business, and Empower is where, if they are ready to go into that investment model and take support to grow to the next level. That's where we help them to connect with the like-minded people and for investment and support them in growing the business also. So this is what we do. It basically started to support entrepreneurs, so that my journey, whatever I have learned in scaling the organization for 12 years and working with various entrepreneurs for 2 decades, more than 2 decades, we consolidated into a program so that they do not do similar mistakes, but rather use the expertise and the knowledge to do it much more rigorously. So that's the overall intent of Stratist, Dr.
Yeah, that means Statist helps like solopreneurs as well, like me, for example, like to start or initiate the thing, or the established healthcare setups.
Majority of the time, still now, established setups have come forward to take our support in terms of Ignite program. Spark has been only, yearly twice kind of a program where solopreneurs and startup entrepreneurs come and take that program for a period of time, certain period of time, and they themselves will be able to manage later on.
Yeah. Uh, this I am, I am a mental health professional. I am an Ayurvedic psychotherapist,
Yeah.
and I was amazed when you talked about a concept called detached attachments, when I heard you speak of that. But it was very short. I just want to know, and when I see your profile as well, now it is written that having detangled the knots of personal and professional equations. I just want to know what is the concept of our viewers, like from the basic, what is the concept of detached attachments, and where all it can be used, like how it is used, because I was amazed to know the concept. I think our viewers will be also.
Yeah, personally, definitely, this one principle of detached attachment has helped me to uh, come out of lot of emotional challenges as women we go through, right, in various stages in our life and also professionally. So I think, after my Garbhagudi, scaling the organization, and when it came to a stage where we wanted to build non-founders leadership team, and as founders we were planning to take a step back and have non-founders in the leadership team and build. It's not easy, you being a founder, I mean, being associated with the organization and growing with it. Like it's like you nurturing your baby, right, for 12 years, 13 years, and then probably, I mean, take a step back and then see what else I can do. So even though, I mean, a lot of things we say personally, I mean, I teach a lot of people, right? So that, I mean, you should be able to do that at any point in time, looking at the organization growth, keeping the end in mind. So, but when it comes to when we are also doing, we go through that. So this one principle has really helped me to take those tough decisions in life and not get too much attached, but still make those decisions. Whether it is not easy, it's not easy. As I say here, I went through it personally, and I am able to deal with it much more effectively because I understand the depth in which, we need to master this game of detached attachment. So hence I was able to, I mean, take that a step back from Garbhagudi and say that let's have a non-founder leadership team, at least for operations to begin with, so that organization can grow to the next stage, where, I mean, we should be able to. My time is limited, so again, I mean, we need to focus on a lot of other things in the organization. So that's exactly where I took a step back in the functional role of the operations, and then brought in a new set of people to build the organization. So practicing it day in, day out, even in my personal life and the professional life, has given me a lot of emotional, stability, and also a lot of time for me to reflect and then take the next, probably the next step, growth step, for myself and for the organizations, Dr. Aparna. It's not easy, but it's implementable one. You we can, I mean, practice that. Only thing what I invite or probably suggest everyone is that having that self-awareness as the key, that why am
Can
I
you
doing what
define
am I
it for our
doing.
viewers, ma'am? Can you define it
Yeah.
for our viewers? What is it actually? Because many people don't know.
Yeah, so attachment always, I mean, when you start doing something, definitely the attachment comes in, right? But there will be certain, I mean, decisions where probably as a founder or as an entrepreneur, you got to take for the next level of growth of the organization, for organization and personally for ourselves. So taking a step back, saying, how can I make it happen for the organization, also being part of the organization. It is not that I leave that organization and then come out and then do, right, it being there as a part of the organization, but not getting attached to the power position, right? What will I get? What will I lose? So all these things is the trauma what, I mean, really actually entrepreneurs go through when they take few transitions in life. So but still I've seen many entrepreneurs, especially even the solo entrepreneurs, like, I mean, I've seen,
Yeah.
get one team and give them, delegate your task and get them to do, and even managing people who are much much more capable than you, right, giving them that space for them to operate, for them to take decisions. Even that is also a detached attachment which we need to practice. Not that I expect my team to come to me every time to ask every small decisions to happen. Probably I give them that kind of a space, allow them to make decisions, and definitely mistakes will happen as they learn, but give them the framework in which they can operate out of. That is detached attachment. Have a framework, right, so that you do not, I understand the risk associated, right, when it comes to definitely business, there are a lot of risk associated. Money can be one thing, business model is another thing. So there are a lot of, I mean, risk associated, especially being from healthcare. It's really tough to make those decisions, but give them a framework saying, I mean, these are the things which they can really make decision and take it forward, but at the same time hold on to these fundamentals, so that you do not, do that similar mistakes what we did in the initial stages. So that's detached attachment. Give them a framework so that you are attached with the team, and team knows that you are there. Even if something happens, they can come to you, approach you and get your support, but at the same time they have that framework for them to operate.
Yes. Do
right?
this concept, detached attachment, help us in our daily lives, like in our personal lives, apart from the professional life, from the personal life? Because we are talking about women here. Women have many roles to play other than, professional roles. So, does it help? Does this help in the personal life as well?
Right, definitely. I'll just give you an example. I mean, working starting from my college days, right? So, one as soon as I finished my engineering, this next day after my exams, I was at my work. So that's how it has been. So it's been continuous. I mean, I think hardly I've taken 3 months of break in my career life. So that's how it has been. So when you newly get married and go to a new house, they also, I mean, have that attachment, I mean, especially with in-laws, right? So they feel, I mean, you being there in the kitchen is also in another, I mean, they get, I mean, really many of times get affected, saying they have that possessiveness, right? So some new girl has come, it's not easy as we say that, I mean, the in-laws should support, but they also have certain emotions attached for what they have been. So to get me into the whole ecosystem, they also need certain time. It needs about 2 years, 3 years for me to really, I mean, for us to really get into that new house, gel with the new culture, I mean, get along with all the new things which you need to probably learn, unlearn, and be part of that family. So even there, I mean, many of the times I felt, why can't I be, I mean, take role in in kitchen? Why, I mean, only it is always there that my mother-in-law needs to be there, to prepare everything, and I should only support her in preparing the kitchen related and stuff, all the cutting and other things. Just to give you a practical, I mean, example, only I used to do, whereas main cooking and other things my mother-in-law used to do. So some of the times, I mean, initially it is okay, but at least, I mean, there is a point at which I also feel like, I mean, cooking today this kind of, I mean, this is my, I mean, recipe which I feel, I mean, like preparing, right? So I feel so many of the times I used to feel like, I mean, they are not allowing me to be, I mean, part of that work. So I know, I mean, it comes out of a possessiveness that she doesn't want to leave and such things. Very simple example, but there, I mean, I could really understand saying that they also go through that, as a possessiveness, that it's very difficult for them to leave initially. So I used to, I mean, really practice this, saying, okay, how can I make a powerful request to my mother-in-law to ensure that I also, I mean, get that part of the cooking which I am, looking forward to prepare and feed, my children and my husband and definitely my in-laws. So that's exactly, for a few days I also practiced, say, making powerful requests, and then many of the times it used to lead into some cold war and, other things. Then I started understanding, okay, probably than me saying that you leave, probably I should practice detached attachment, right? So I said, okay, morning breakfast I'll prepare, afternoon, lunch we'll prepare, again dinner we'll together. I mean, somebody will, we will manage between one of us, we will manage, or together we will manage. So that's when, I also took a step, one step ahead. She also, I mean, came one step ahead, and that's how it happened. So even small things like this, right, it, you practice saying, okay, I understand what you're going through, so let's, I mean, probably support each other. I can support you for breakfast, you support me for lunch, and together we'll prepare dinner if we are, I mean, there together. So that's simple as these things, practicing detached attachment, that it is okay, I understand, let's see how together we can do that. That helps a lot, even in personal life, Dr. Aparna. This has been my learning.
And maybe it also helps in the mom guilt, maybe who new mothers who are leaving their children for work. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. See, without, I've seen many, I mean, women struggle, especially working professionals, saying, I don't have a support structure at home. But they are not ready to compromise on these things, being with, family, in-laws. They are not, in-laws are actually, I mean, our support structure. Right? If I have to say with pride today that I've only taken 3 months of career break, it is because my mother-in-law was there at every step of mine. holding on to my family, supporting my children when they're coming from school, and if I'm in a meeting, she's the one who will stand up in kitchen and make it happen for me. So it's not, I mean, and it is not that that chemistry has clicked so easy for me, right? I have worked on it to make it happen, like allowing her, and then whenever I wanted to, I've also, I mean, went there, made it happen for her. So like that, so you practice. It is not about a concept, it is how do you want to, I mean, really make it implement in your life.
And I'm also inspired by you handling so many teams, like so many institutions, at least three major institutions and an advisor for Iron Lady. How do you manage time? Like, how do you do that? And managing family as well.
Yeah, actually, I manage my energy. I maximize my energy than time. So I think delegation is the key aspect, Dr. Aparna. So have capable team, groom them, support them, delegate, train them, hold on to them, and then tell them that they will be able to do. And with that sheer strength, the team performs. So for Gudi, it's been a, I don't even go for any functional decisions, day-to-day decisions today. It's only board meetings, quarterly board meetings which I attend. But for Prameya, right now I'm leading as CEO of Prameya, so I'm there for day-to-day operations, ensuring, I mean, I support them end to end in every aspect of growing the business. So that's how, I mean, every stage you've got to take that decision and move ahead in life, but it takes time.
Yeah, right. And you have started from scratch right now, ma'am. From the Garbhagudi you started, you
Yeah,
said, right?
right. Yeah.
Yeah. What are the, strategies, or what are some techniques you will give for us, like starting a healthcare entrepreneurs, from scratch to make it where you are, at least in 10 years at least, or maximum 10 to 15 years. How do you guide us?
Yeah, the moment we know our strength, especially doctors and healthcare professionals, what they do is they know that this is their strength, and they know they can make it as a business model and work. But they do not evaluate the innate, inherent capacity or the capability of that business model. They jump for execution. I understand execution is needed. That's how we will know whether business model will work or not. Along with that, you've got to have a strategic approach towards knowing whether this business model is scalable or not. And pivoting as an entrepreneur is a skill which we need to master. If you are not ready to pivot yourself, trying on various, I mean, aspects within the business model, suppose this program which I'm running, so probably I will look for a pilot model for about 3 months. I'll work and I'll see how we can scale it up. And if I see we are unable to scale it up, how quickly can I pivot myself within that business model? What are the various other programs which I can offer? Does my inherent business model has the capacity to scale up? That's the biggest, it's very difficult to answer that, but it needs that kind of mindset for you to discuss, collaborate, understand how to make this business model scalable. Scalable need not be multi-sector always. Scalable can be in terms of various other products and services which we offer on the table. Scalability can be in terms of probably in a single, in one roof, probably one center, multiple services and products what I can have, multiple businesses what I can have. Anything scalability, right? It depends on individual business model. So if you are not ready to answer these tough questions, then you will waste a period of time in scaling in a business model which do not have the inherent capability to scale, which do not have that capability to have that kind of a cash flow.
And what do you say about the revenue? Because to go up to the Garbhagudi to go to 100 crore mark, then there should have been investment, right? A heavy investment. What do you have to say about the revenue for startups?
Yeah, actually, I mean, not that every infertility industry, I understand it has that inherent capability and the capacity to scale, because there is such need in the market today. And like, I mean, infertility industry, a lot of other, I mean, products and services in healthcare are scalable. Only thing is that focus and understanding how to scale it. right? How to take that step at a time and then grow it, stabilize it, and then grow it, stabilize it, and then scale it. And I feel majority of the time entrepreneurs lose that kind of a focus when they're doing, and also lose the intent and the energy while doing. So hold on to the intent and the energy, be focused, but also make those tough decisions. I cannot keep trying same thing for 5 years, 6 years, and then end up concluding that no, this is not working, right? So pivoting at every point in time to know whether it is working, not working, is the tough decision which we need to take. I may be attached for my product and service. I, as a founder, I may feel that this is a fantastic product or the service which market needs, and I will be able to sell it, or I will be able to support market with this kind of a product or service. But is market ready to accept your product or service at the rate? Is market ready to buy at the rate which you want to sell, right? These are, I mean, I find founders go through this conflict within, so unable to probably conclude saying the products or the services which they want to offer is not sellable at a current rate, or the price at which they want to sell, and also understand and digest that truth of not being the scalable model. So they keep trying. So that's the wrong thing which we do.
And one more thing, when the Garbhagudi was completely successful, you came into a 100 crore business and you're an advisor at Iron Lady. Everything is going fine. Why did you think of, this is my personal question, like why did you think of going for matlab another, founding another Stratist and then Prameya Health? What is the core belief that you are, you're unstoppable, like you're just expanding, like.
Yeah, yeah. Garbhagudi, there comes a point, for every entrepreneur, founder, saying there are, I mean, organizations grow beyond you, beyond founders. Okay, so that's the exact step, point which probably, I need to realize whether I want to be part of that growing organization or I want to try something else. It's been 12 years of journey with Garbhagudi, so I really felt I need to give that kind of a space for new set of people to come in who can be part of the organization and take it to the next level, and I can be there supporting at the board level in the strategic aspects, the growth aspects which I can support. And I also, as a person, it's my persona, right? I also, as a person, I mean, look at different aspects in healthcare which I want to explore and invest and expand, scale. So it comes as an individual persona, Dr. Aparna. So I feel, I mean, in
That's what
healthcare
I
I
want to know.
should,
What is that
yeah.
core belief that you're just unstoppable?
I feel, I mean, we should do justice to human potential. If you know that you have that inherent strength of building, organizations, I think that should not stop you to hold on to one organization. Probably we should figure out ways in which you can get that into a stable mode and also support them. It is not that I've come out and organization will fall apart, right? What happened with Infosys or so? I mean, they frequently founders need to come back and then hold it and then grow it to the next stage, but still sustain, hold on to the organization, and also make, I mean, few other decisions, few other investments. All, eggs in one basket is not always a is always a risk. So go look for other opportunities, and if you get opportunities, definitely we should explore. Never restrict yourself, but it comes as an individual person. Not many people do these things, so they feel, I mean, they should give themselves for one cause and one purpose. But I've always been like this, and I find a purpose, I find a vision for which, I attach to, then I see that I can give myself at least 3 years, 4 years, and then take the next step.
And coming to the women wellness, Prameya Healthcare is mainly women wellness, right, ma'am? Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So, how did you think of entering into the women wellness there? Like,
Yeah.
and what does it actually do? From if females want to come to Prameya Health, how should they approach, and what kind of females can approach there? How do they get support?
Yeah, yeah. So actually, as I was growing Garbhagudi, like every entrepreneur who looks for a mentor, to scale the organization and I need to have my, I mean, one ecosystem for which with whom I can go discuss and then see what I need to do, right? So in that quest to find a mentor, I was blessed enough to get very good mentors in my life at various stages in my life. So one such mentor is Mr. Sudhir Pai. He is the ex-CEO of Vikram Hospitals. So I met him and then discussed on various aspects of Garbhagudi's growth. He was, I mean, really very humble enough to support me with his suggestions, and I went implemented and then discussed with him. So Dr. Sudhir Pai has this organization. He had invested. He is the founder of Pramea Health. So this is when he had started this initiative. So when he came to know that I'm looking at in other opportunities and I'm ready to come out of the functional role of Garbhagudi and then be part of other women initiatives, then that's how, I mean, the opportunity came for me to be part of Pramea, and always working for women community. It is not that I'm biased towards online. I need to work only for women, but I feel I connect myself a lot better when it comes to supporting something for girl children and women. So that's when I heard about women wellness, the Pranasaki as a program which we offer as the wellness partner for women. So I could really connect to the vision of Pramia's vision of building healthy communities so around, so which has been my, I mean, journey. I've seen my elders and family struggle because of health. I've seen a lot of friends because they haven't taken care of their health. They struggle during their prime ages, productive age. So then I felt, I mean, it really resonates with the purpose with which I want to work. And I'm a strong believer of if you can work with a strong purpose and intent in life, money, growth, fame, everything will follow, will come as a byproduct. So you've got to work with that kind of an intent and a purpose for which you want to work. So that's how, I mean, I came to Tommy and together started this, scaling this business model along with Mr. Sudhir Pai and Dr. Sandhya. She is the managing director, oncosurgeon of Pramea, and I'm the CEO of Pramea.
Okay, especially deals with cancer. Prameya especially deals with
Yeah,
cancer.
so we have two programs, core programs in Pramea. One is Sahai. This is the supportive care program for women with cancer. So we run end-to-end supportive care programs for cancer patients. And Pranasaki is the end-to-end women wellness program. So it's the, like I said, adolescent to the graying years, every aspect of women's health we cover under Pranasaki. We have a lot of skin, hair care, and overall, I mean, holistic lifestyle support programs in Pranasaki.
Okay. So, normal women can also, like, without illness, can also enroll in Pranasaki or.
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah. The overall intent of Prameya is to move from illness to wellness, reduce the burden of healthcare cost for an individual. That's one of the key goal with which we work. If you look at the age from when I started probably taking some medical treatment for various age, even as a small kid to till the age I end my life, right? The death, what we call. I would have probably, I mean, invested so much in medicines and for to take care of my health and also for my family's health. I would have invested, money to take care. So the overall Pramiya's, our vision is to reduce that healthcare cost for families and for the individual, and reduce the effect of medicines. If I go to a doctor, first thing is I say I have this problem, the one tablet is prescribed. I'm not saying it is wrong. Maybe at that point, that care, I mean, that cure is needed. But what next? We don't think on that. For me, that day, that problem is solved, that pain is solved. But how do I ensure that I make it as my lifestyle and it doesn't occur again for me, right? That's exactly where Pramea comes in to support and handhold women to have lifestyle programs.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So, my next question would be about the, because this is a topic on healthcare startups. So, my next question would be Stratist. How did you associate with Stratist, and how can it help. So if there is a team of, I think there is a team of two or three doctors who are coming up with some healthcare setup, how will that help? Then how can people, healthpreneurs approach statist?
Yeah.
If you could elaborate on that.
Yeah, so basically we are very, I mean, specific in identifying, the business for which Stratus would support. So inherently, there are a lot of steps which we probably evaluate entrepreneurs, healthcare entrepreneurs, or business before even giving our green signal or the intent to support. So if we feel that, I mean, see, but basically it is not about giving the support. It is together with Stratus support will organizations be able to build and scale. That's what we check. So if those, I mean, the parameters are fulfilled, then definitely, Statist as a group of board members, we are there as a team of board members, will support them to grow, start. If you are a startup entrepreneur, or probably grow to the next level if you are looking for scaling support. So that's what we do, but we are very specific in terms of choosing, based on the business model is one thing,
Yeah.
based on the intent of the owners and the founders who are ready to scale. So some of the things which I first ask people when I in the first orientation when I talk to them, right? What is that business for you? What is that your organization for you? If you can answer that well, then you have clarity on what you want to do with that organization, right? Is it you are building it for the sake of building, or it is that you want to try what you want to try, or is it a passion for you, is it a cause for which you stand? Then your approach will be entirely different. So these are the fundamentals which we check and then take up.
Okay. And you had a meeting. You were one of the, privileged members to have a meeting with Miss Draupadi Murmu ji, our president. So I just want to know about what was that about there.
Yeah,
Matlab, what was
yeah.
the cause you were serving there?
Yeah, one of my friend, Dr. Anindya, she's an ophthalmologist in Ranchi. She works with Medica Super Specialty Hospital. She's a glaucoma surgeon. So, as a part of her practice, she had seen a lot of tribal children coming from various parts of Ranchi for some of the skill development programs, which Medica Super Specialty Hospital used to conduct. So she felt there is a real need to support these girl children in terms of educating them, making them independent, financially independent, and support them with the career. So then, that's when she approached me saying, "I'm seeing this as a need in the in this community for these tribal children. What we can do? Can we do something?" That's when she approached. We both connect through Iron Lady, so that's how she approached me. And then I saw the kind of, I mean, work she's doing, supporting them, and the potential of those girl children, the way they are learning, the way they are implementing, and the way they are growing in their life. Felt we need to do something. That's when we together started a non-profit organization called Advaith India Foundation, and I'm the president, and Dr. Anindya is the secretary of Advaith India Foundation. And we built a model today, and that is to build the digital landscape for tribal children, the tribal community. The first project we have implemented in Birhor community in the Ranchi area, which Dr. Anindya personally runs in the Ranchi district. And we have digitized 50 schools in this region through the help of HP team. HP has supported us to build this digital classroom for them, and we conduct weekly sessions, monthly sessions for these children in educating on various aspects of career, nutrition, their health, how they need to build their communication, personality development. We run various programs through this digital classrooms, which we have set up in 50 government schools in around Ranchi, along with one tribal community called Birhor community, which we support. So this project was really liked by Draupadi Murmu ma'am. And when that's the opportunity which we got to go and discuss and then present our project report to Draupadi Murmu ma'am to explain what we're doing. And she's been a great support and great actually appreciator of whatever we're doing in the tribal community. So it's been really fantastic talking to her, meeting to her twice, got the opportunity to talk to her. We're also expecting next level of interaction soon with Draupadi Murmu ma'am.
Okay, what is the next plan, ma'am, there?
Yeah, so first we have tried with one Birhor community. We want to like adopt another tribal community which we are working in Odisha now. So maybe for that we have to meet her soon.
All this is free for tribal children?
Yes, this is totally, I mean, we raise funds for this cause and we support and we build. This is free of cost. This is a non-profit organization.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
And one more thing, last but not the least, do you have any message for, our, women who are watching this today, that how to scale, or how to build, or how to start with their idea of, healthcare startups?
Yeah, I would address it in twofold, Dr. Aparna. One is about our aspirations to achieve something in life. Another is about our own personal health, which we really miss.
Neglect.
I'm sure you from healthcare, you understand what I'm speaking. In managing the various roles in life, we tend to unintentionally we neglect our health. Okay, so that's exactly two causes for which I'm standing today to support and build. One is through Pramea, where I support women to build healthy communities. They take care of themselves and also go and then build healthy communities outside, including their family and the society in which they are staying. So that's one thing. And coming to the scaling the organization, that's exactly where I mean we do with Stratist of supporting women entrepreneurs, especially from healthcare background, to understand why they should do what they should do and how they can scale it up in a shorter period of time if they feel that they have the potential and their business model has the potential. Then we support them with growing the business. So definitely first is taking care of your health and then the business health. Both needs equal attention.
Right.
So you cannot, I mean, say this is high, this is low. So just start with your energy, managing your energy, your health. Then it will definitely multifold in your family, in your society, and in your business. So take care of your health to take care of your business health.
Yeah, I heard somewhere an ounce of prevention is better than kilos of cure.
True.
So, yeah, and thank you very much, ma'am, for coming and gracing our program and giving your insights. And, if I have to talk, it will just continue. But for today, I think we will end our session here. But thank you for sparing time for us. And thank you for coming
Thank you
and
so much.
giving me the opportunity to speak to you. And we'll have more more interactions and discussions in the coming year. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Aparna. It was
Thank you.
pleasure connecting with you. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye. And for our viewers, um, and this was the session, and I was awaiting this session from many days. And thanks for staying tuned. And I'll see you in the next session. So, namaste.